It's gonna yell at you. Okay, and just be with me, and we are going to hang on. Where you're some sort of karmatic version for him. It's interesting. And he's talking about like thanking you enough. I can't thank her enough. Like this is a very interesting session starting out. He goes, I can't thank her. I can't thank her enough. He's very kind. Says, I had to be like that. That's what he just said. I had to be like that. Very opposite from a father figure. I read the first one that I read was aggressive and mean. Not this is for you. This guy is very nice. You say something like my father was the best. So oh my God, hang on. He's like, I just stared. You sent me that picture. I just looked at it for the first time. And like the thing that he just did was like twirl you in my head, like slowly, and then like come back. So he's like making it alive in my head. He says he has 2 left feet, but he could do it pretty well. So maybe if he tried or attempted, he would actually do well with dancing. He says, yeah, that's the funny part. Maybe he's just self-deprecating. Maybe he self-deprecates, he talking about like you being really, really helpful with him. And we'll have to figure out what he means and why were we being really helpful. Hang on. Did he have like some form of like cancer or something like that? Oh, okay. I go, what happened with you? What were you doing? And he goes, they just couldn't get rid of it. They just couldn't get rid of it. That's exactly how he sounds and when he's talking like in my head. And I go, okay. Man, but if they did, I'd be a beast. And I'm like, all right, there's my quirky, fun person that shows up. Oh yeah, when I was feeling good, sign me up. That's what, so he's like this more fun individual when he's actually feeling good. Hold on. He's talking about wanting to hit the gym now. Interesting. Did he actually play computer games?
No.
Weird. He's talking about getting down with the computer. I have no idea. The only thing I would know is like computer games. That doesn't make any sense to me. I've never heard that before. So I'm like, what? Hold on. It's almost like you replay him telling you to come here or something. It's weird. Like, oh, come here. It's weird. It's like going back to childhood. Not saying you're weird, but it's just like how he's making me hear it in my head. He's saying he did everything for you. It's weird. It almost feels like when I'm talking to him, it feels like only you and him exist in this relationship or like in this family, like nothing else exists. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Really? Oh man, I'm sorry. Wow. Cause I go, why do you keep calling her? Why do you keep calling her? And he goes, because that was it. That was it. And he puts this bubble around y'all and he's like, and that's still how it is. And so he's very much protective. He says, he's talking about you. I guess you were like scroll through videos or like read his text message and you get like angry, mad, crying, but like sad at the same time. And then you have your like little sleeve over your hand and you're like, and it's like laying down and you have like your neck cocked up like this. So you're not like fully like sitting up nor laying down in bed. You're just here. And so you're like in your own little grumpy state, kind of like what's happening right now. Not the grumpy state, but with that. And he's talking about, I'm here. like that. And I know you can't feel him a whole lot. And that's the whole thing, which is really hard for this because he's talking about how he's around, but then you feel like he's not there and he is. But the only reason is because he's a higher vibrational state. So he's in a good place, what we like to call heaven. And so what ends up happening is that if you're in a state of sadness so much and he's trying to come down and make sure you're okay, then you won't be able to feel him because when you're down here and he's up here, there's still all that space in between, but doesn't mean that he can't help you. So tell me more. Hang on. Do you have a small dog or a small cat?
I have lots of dogs. I
Lots?
have
Two.
and a small cat. Well, and I also his dog I still have, and she's Molly. So I have 3 dogs and a cat.
Holy crap. Okay. So he goes, this is what he said. And he's just making me feel it. And that's why I'm like, because he makes me feel like coarser hair, which for me means dog. And then he makes me feel very soft fur, which is cat, because I have one of those. And he says, man, she almost pets the fur right off of that thing. So it's like, maybe we sit there and that's like our soothing thing is we do this. And they're like aligned with you. Says that, hold on. Is Molly like a mutt, like a mixed breed?
She's a Yorkie Poodle mix. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he shows me and I said, what type of dog is it? And he goes, he puts like mixes them. That's what he does. I go, okay. And he says, best friend. That was like his best friend. He says, I go, ooh, he says, doesn't listen to me though, scatterbrained. That's what he just says. Like now he goes and he tries to talk to her, but she doesn't listen to him. Scatterbrained. Says, is Molly like 6?
So my one dog is 6. That's Sadie. But he never met Sadie.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I go, what do you want to talk about next? And he gives me dog and he puts 6. And so, okay. So that's when he's talking about hold on. Sadie's like the protector of the group, I guess. Yeah. Cause he goes, which is like my protector. Right. And like pointing out for some reason in my head. I don't know what dog it is yet. Says that, is Sadie bigger than the other ones?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I always want to say that she's either like some sort of hound dog. I can tell you that, or like German Shepherd or something, or a pointer. Like what? Yeah. What is she?
She's a Pyrenees Australian Shepherd mix.
Really? Oh my God. Totally. Oh, he's doing such a good job. Yeah. I don't know dog breeds very well. And he's just like, and I'm like, all right. And this, I'm like, okay. Sadie is your protector all the way. Sadie has this vibe of like, about her with you. And it's good. So that for me is like very like almost like soldier, like guck. And I think that's the way she views you. Was Sadie abused?
Prior to me, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He goes, I said, what else about Sadie do you know? He says, she comes from an abusive home. That's what he says. A little skittish here, but you'll be okay, girl, right? That's what he says to her. You'll give her a good life, kid. You'll have her till she's 12. That's what he says. Yeah. That's just straight up. You're going to end up putting her down, but it'll be okay. And you gave her a great life and you'll love her and then he'll take her. So that'll be a thing. Okay. I almost want to say either she gets hip dysplasia or she gets like some sort of bone cancer that affects that area. So just watch out for it. You won't be able to do anything about it. It's fine. And I'm just letting you know, whenever that point in time comes, it's okay to let her go. She'll be okay. Okay. Cool. Hold on. He goes, God, you got to hit her with that, didn't you? And I'm like, you're the one telling me that. Like, I have to tell her. He says that you have been like chomping at the bits, which is my term in Texas, which means like you've been really, really excited about this. And he says she was asking and hoping that I would come through. And I go, well, duh. He was like, would you believe she was asking that? And I was like, yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? Right. Hold on. He's like sitting in a car eating ice cream with you or something. That's weird. Maybe y'all would go get like Sonic together or something. I have no idea. Really? He just showed me, the Sonic commercial when the two guys would like talk to each other. That's what he just mean. He put y'all there and like a red spoon. That's the only reason why I know it's Sonic. He's like, why do you think I was fat? I'm like, you were not fat. Stop. He said, so he really gave 110% for you. He never like got into like a hardcore relationship or anything.
So well, he was married to my mom, and like my mom's still around and stuff like that. But him and I'm his twin, basically. Like
all the way.
Like him.
Yeah.
And even my sister like doesn't look like him or anything else like that. And it's like so scary. Like growing up, there would be pictures of him from childhood, and everybody thought it was like me, and it was like, no, that's him. So that's very similar like that.
Yeah, it's weird. He goes and it does feel like y'all are two parts of one whole. Like the person I feel like I'm talking to is not your dad. It feels like it'd be like your twin brother.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
It's interesting. And so he's talking about how I want to ask him about mom. Hang on. Oh, he goes, oh, her. And I was like, yeah, her. Like he's a little bit sarcastic about it. He goes, hang on. I won't love her so much. She did the best she can. She did the best she could. She did the best she could. She said, did mom get very like stern after he died or something? Or did like part of her die inside hardcore and she's getting a little dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He says, because he tells her to find the light, like find her light, which means for me that her light is dying or she feels like her light is dying. He says that he goes, your mom's in a dark place. And that's why I was like, oh, says that it's not your responsibility though. He likes to call you kiddo in my head all the time. And I don't think that's actually what he called you, but maybe he did. You have a different nickname and I don't know what it is yet because I haven't heard it before. And I got to figure out what this is. Is your name like after a warrior or something?
No, but
what is it?
So my name is Atlee, but it's just kind of different. Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting. He keeps putting you and he keeps putting at like your name and then he keeps putting warrior again. So there's something to do with that. That's why I was like, why do we keep doing that? Why do we keep saying that? Hang on. I want to ask him some more. Are you like contemplating moving away or like moving states?
I mean, always, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He goes, this is what he said. This was that conversation I was having in my head. He goes, I said, so what is she doing? What is she doing? And he goes, man, she's contemplating like running away or like leaving or like, moving states. And he goes, it's not going to be home. You'll want that. And he goes, but I know home is where I am. And he goes, and I'm with you. And he's like, so you can always go if you want to. So it's like giving that. And I think part of that is like feeling maybe like you're responsible for mom's happiness or like bringing her up too. You feel like that. And he keeps cutting the cord there. So it means like you're not. Okay. And it's okay. Oh my gosh. He goes, she could be anything she wants to be. And I go, okay, well, what does she want to be then? Can you tell me about that? He says, he's like hiking in my head, which is weird. I don't think he actually hiked. And so he's like outside. I want you to go to the mountains. I have no idea why. That's a weird thing. A good hot dog, put on the good weight. And I'm like, stop. He's saying, wait, what do you do? He says he had to go into the city. Wait, what? To get treatment. Did he not? Are y'all y'all live in like a smaller town or something?
Yeah, but his treatment was pretty local.
It was here. Okay. 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 Interesting. Hold on. He says there's not a lot to do here. And I'm like, well, where is this? I was like, don't you live in the city? And he was like, he goes, oh, I'd have to go into the city or that would be a thing. And he goes, home. I don't know what cancer this is, and I'm trying to figure it out right now. He's showing me, and I'm trying to find the name in my head. Hang on. Did he like die within the year?
It was no, it was about 5 years.
5 years. Okay. It's weird. He keeps showing me that it is like as destructive as pancreatic, but it's not pancreatic at all.
It's prostate.
Okay, that's the P. Okay, interesting. Yeah, and he shows me like going into his lungs. Like that's a thing.
It was all over. Yeah.
Really? Fuck. Yeah, that's why I'm like, where is this at? So that's why he didn't show me that area, but he's like P. And I'm like pancreatic. Okay, it's prostate. That's why. He. He said they had cut so many things out of him, and he said enough's enough, or something. And he said, hold on. Man, I didn't want to die. That's what he said. Life was just getting good. He puts a hoodie on in my head and like walks towards the ocean, which is funny. So he's like walking on a beach, and he doesn't go to the beach. He likes outdoorsy, like that whole thing. He talks about maybe there's like Dutch or something going on in here. I don't get it. He just showed me pierogies, which is interesting. He very weird. First time in a session seeing pierogies, but I eat them all the time. Are y'all Dutch?
We're Pennsylvania Dutch, yeah.
Shut up. Wait, so pierogies. Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what town are y'all in? Where are y'all at?
We're in Pennsylvania, but Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So.
Y'all are in Harrisburg?
Yeah.
Okay. My dad, when they came over from Russia, they settled in Allentown.
Okay.
Pennsylvania. Cool. And so that's my little area. They grew up in a coal mine and like hid out there illegally. And so then now obviously moved down to Texas, but that's where you get this from now. So, oh my God. Oh, that's so cool. I love that area. It's so creepy. Hold on. It's very, oh my God. So that's why cheese blitzes and everything come up, because they're so good. Oh, now I have a craving for that. God, I'm sorry. Yeah, your daddy is perfectly fine. And I don't move to Florida. Please don't move to Florida. Hold on. It's weird. I want you to be some sort of medical, but then I also want you to be a writer at the same time. It's weird. What are you doing right now? What do you want to go, or what are you getting into?
So I started over. I'm in grad school to become a computer designer. So like an illustrator.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the art part. Really? Oh, yeah. Good. Good. Have you ever thought of doing illustrations and doing stuff for like our commercials? Like, is that a thing you can do?
Like commercials?
Yeah. Or like illustrations for all that? Or
it's like more like computer based, like designing like apps and like computer systems.
Okay. It's weird. I think you're going to end up it's weird because I have social media in there with you for some reason, like new social media app, which is interesting. But I think that you down the line are going to be in that area, but like maybe working for like a new version of like telehealth or something, like you getting into like the medical part of it. Not saying you're a doctor, but something involving in that side. I'm just going to leave that there. That's what it feels like. It's a very weird construct, but I enjoy it. Hold on. She can do anything. That's what he says. That's why you're so fucking smart. That makes so much sense. He, oh, is it dreary outside there today?
It's dark out right now, but it was nice today.
Was it? Okay. I go, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he shows me how it's like, you know, like gray. And I'm like, okay, is it dreary outside? What is this? No, because it's dark outside over there already. He's talking about with mom not able to watch or like go over their stuff. She just shuts it. Yeah, y'all are in different places. He loves you. Keep watching, keep listening, keep being there for him, keep talking to him. He like does this to you. Like just fun, like that in a funny way, like, hey, and then gives you a hug. He's very handsy. He does like that. Hold on. Do you like, okay, so this is his house. This is y'all's house?
No, I'm at my boyfriend's house.
Oh, okay. When you go back home, do you like envision him in different parts doing what he used to do or something? Yeah. It's weird. So what he's talking about is like being in the, or like you're in the kitchen, you're standing there and like you can like see him in your mind's eye, or like you see him doing that. That's like him. That's part of him being there. That's part of what you're seeing. That's part of what you're experiencing. Okay. And so no, that's a real thing. Okay. And that he's there with you during that. He says he likes your boyfriend, apparently. He says, tell him, I don't know if did he not meet him?
He met him one time.
Okay. He goes, and tell that boy or tell that man. And I go, what? He's like, I like him. I was like, okay, they'll tell you if they don't. Maybe y'all have arguments that you can't resolve, or like the boyfriend doesn't resolve or something like that. And it drives you crazy. Yeah. Cause you're like, what? Like that. Tell him, he says, cut it out. So that's something you could do. That's not permanent. So
okay.
Yeah, but it's okay. Just because you'll settle for it. But is it good right now? Yeah. Is it something you need right now? Yeah. Are you stronger than that? Yeah. But FYI, but enjoy it now. Don't worry about it. There'll be a better one. And not better, different, because you're changing, but you need this right now. Okay. So for right now, what I want you to do is I want you to take a couple minutes. I want you to have a good breather, a good cry, like let it all out. I need you to. And then tonight, what I want you to do is I want you to lay down, phone off, TV off. And right before you go to sleep, I want you to think in your head. I want you to bring them forward in your head, which means like, Dad, come and see me. I love you. And then tell him you love him and tell him thank you for coming through, because this is where he communicates with you, just like he does me. Okay. And then if you need me at all, or if you have any questions, email me. Okay. And from one girl that lost her daddy 2 years ago to cancer to another one, I understand. Okay. And it sucks, but they're around. You got it? Okay. I love you, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.